Good afternoon. This is my pioneer presentation on Jerome Seymour Bruner, the American Psychologist by April Keeling. Today is April the 7th, 2025. He made a significant contribution to human cognitive psychology and cognitive learning in theory and educational psychology. Bruner was born October the 1st, 1915, in New York, New York. He was blind from cataracts at birth, but he underwent surgery at the age 2 that gave him limited vision. Bruner once said that during his 2 years of blindness, he had constructed a visual of the world in his mind. Bruner died June the 5th, 2016, at the age of 100 in Manhattan, New York, New York. His parents were Herman Bruner, Rose Bruner, and they were Jewish immigrants from Eastern Europe. Jerome Bruner's father passed away when he was only 12 years old. Such a young boy. During the Second World War, he served in the American Army, exploring the impact of propaganda and social attitudes. After the war, he entered Harvard University and set up a center for cognitive psychology. He had 3 marriages while he was alive: Catherine Frost from 1940 to 1956, Blanche Marshall McLean from 1960 to 1984, and Carol Fletcher Fieldman from 1987 to 2006. He had 2 children, Whitley and Jenny Bruner. Bruner studied at the Duke University in Durham, North Carolina, and then at Harvard University, where he received a doctorate in psychology in 1941. He began his academic career as a psychology professor at Harvard University. He ended it as a university professor emeritus at the New York University of Law School. He developed theories on perceptions, learning, memory, and other aspects of cognitive in young children that had a strong influence on the American educational system and helped launch the field of cognitive psychology. He developed the groundbreaking theory that perception is controlled by the mind as well as by the senses. Bruner published extensively. His other major works included Mandated from the People, A Study of Thinking, On Knowing, Essays from the Left Hand, Toward a Theory of Instruction, Process of Cognitive Growth in Infancy, The Relevance of Education, Communication as Language, Child's Talk, Actual Minds, Possible Worlds, Acts of Meaning, The Culture of Education, Minding the Law, and Making Stories, Law, Literatures, and Life. And these range from 1944 to 2002. He had quite the writing history. Bruner proposed a 3-tier system of internal representations: inactive, action-based, ionic, image-based, and symbolic, language-based. Jerome Bruner is listed at number 28 on the American Psychology Association's list of the 100 most eminent psychologists of the 20th century. Bruner's study helped to introduce Jean Paget's concept of development stages of cognitive into the classroom. Bruner hypothesized that the usual course of intelligent development moves through three stages: inactive, ionic, and symbolic, in that order. Unlike Paget's stages, Bruner did not contend that these stages were necessarily age-dependent or invariant. Paget and Acevedo contended that the children must be ready or made ready for the subject matter, but Bruner contends just the opposite. Bruner agrees with Vasquez that language serves to mediate between environmental stimuli and the individual's response. Both Bruner and Vasquez emphasizes a child's environment, especially the social environment, more than Paquette did. Both agree that adults should play an active role in assisting the child's learning. Bruner, like Vaget, emphasizes the social nature of learning, citing that other people should help a child develop skills through the process of scaffolding. The concept of scaffolding is very similar to Vasquez's notion of the zone of proximal development, and it's not uncommon for the term to be used interchangeably. Bruner became a visiting professor at the New York University School of Law in 1991 and continued as a research and adjunct professor up until his death, studying how law and legal practices can be understood through the lens of psychology, anthropology, and other social sciences. Jerome Bruner died on Sunday, June the 5th, 2016, at his Greenwich Village loft in Manhattan. He was 100 years old. He is survived by his partner, Dr. Eleanor Fox, his two children, and three grandchildren. Bruner advocated that a good teacher will design lessons that help students discover the relationships between bits of information. To do this, a teacher must give students the information they need, but without organizing it for them. In effect, we provide the tools, the initial task, the questions, and the opportunity for exploring and discovering rather than methods and procedures. Bruner established the three methods of knowledge of questions: inactive or action-based learning, ionic or image-based learning, and symbolic or language-based learning. For teachers, Bruner's spiral of curriculum theory has significantly implications for classroom instruction and curriculum design by organizing teacher material in a way that revisits and extends previously knowledge and educations. Educators can create a learning environment that fosters deeper understanding and long-term retention. This page that we're looking at has to do with my works cited. And then this page is also my works cited. And then this last one is also my works cited page. And then this is the end of my presentation. If you have any questions, please let me know. And this is the conclusion of my presentation on Mr. Bruner, um, the psychologist. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.